Alright, everyone, we're going to dive into OneShot tonight. I am starting the recording before we start the game in case there is a... Oh, he ate the little pancakes! No, my captures. There it goes. He ate his little pancakes! Nico! Wait. This is going to be way too loud for me. Oh, what do we see, Nico? Oh no, that's never good. That face is never a good face. Pro tip, you ever playing a game or like reading a comic and you see somebody have this face on? It is not good. Oh god, there was a single note. What? Oh no, no! The sun! It broke! What happened? Please tell me he was just having a nightmare. I thought I was about to wake up in a black room. Hey, Glacier? Yeah, what's up, buddy? I guess you saw my dream. Yeah. It was... Oh, bud. Come on, let's go. Okay, let's go. You and me. Nope, we do not use the wastas. We use the arrow keys here, sir. my little mouse slowly creeping off screen as you see it moving on the couch. A book on the ground. Oh, did we already read this? We read the oh, that was the dice face thing about the multiverse theory. What were we doing? We were in the library, and then we went up here to sleep. Okay, let's talk to Dice person. There! Finally! The translation's done! Oh, you were translating a book we couldn't read. Remember the weird notebook with the weird text we couldn't read? I swear you better not be blinking on camera. Sorry, I'm looking up at a misbehaving circle light. Which, by the way, I have opinions about these circle lights. Before we get too far into the story, I'm gonna say my piece about these circle lights. I'm mad. These are hard to replace. Because the part itself is hard to get. Like, the actual, light itself, I took one off the ceiling, like the broken one over there. I took it off the ceiling to see how bad it would be replaced. It is too light. It is two wires. Just one in, one out. There's power and a ground. That's it. It'd be super easy if I could get the parts, but you'll never guess what I can't do. It's get the parts. And apparently, because my lights were all a bad batch, they're going bad super, super quickly. Like, this is a 2018 RV. Like, that's the model year. I bought it off people. But anyway, it's only been 4 years, and I guarantee you they did not use the overhead lights very much. Because it was like a vacation thing for them, right? And then I get the thing, and I also, I use the lights an average amount in comparison to, like, how much you're using lights in your home. But then I'm over here, and they're already dying on me. They're LEDs. They're supposed to be long-lasting as long as you don't overheat them. And they're not overheating. I can go put my hand up to one of them. These guys were just on, for several hours, and I can just touch them. They're fine. They're not hot. They're not overheating, but the LEDs are dying because the board is bad. And I swear if I was better at handling surface mount components, I'd take them down myself and get surface mount LEDs and just fix them myself at this point. Anyway, that's my soapbox for the night. Let's actually pay attention to the story, shall we? Oh, that was faster than I thought. Well, it did take a whole week. Well, yeah. You've been asleep for hours. Oh. Anyway, it looks like this journal was meant for Glacier. Me? Oh? Here, read it yourself. Oh no. Greetings, Glacier. If you can finally read this, that means you're near the tower. I mean, yeah. The tower is the domain of an elusive entity, capital E. This being is connected to the world. For now, you can think of it as the spirit of the world. It has no physical form, but it can communicate through computers and other machinery. So the spirit of the world has been talking to us the whole time? You know who I'm talking about, of course. Yeah, the one with the one that's like, hey, read this computer, I'm talking to you. Expose the film to the void. Did you check your desktop? When you first arrived here with our savior, it no doubt contacted you right away. I mean, it took very little time to figure out I was paying attention. Through its own means, the entity will guide you, the both of you, to the tower. The entry room is at the tower's base. Not only do you need the sun there, but 3 pieces of the previous sun. The savior will not be able to do anything there. You, Glacier, on the other hand. Look at the pattern on the floor. Do as it says. The window will be gone, so you'll need to bring it back. Alright, somebody, I'm writing this in chat, so we don't forget. Look at the pattern on the floor. Do as it says. The window will be gone. So we need to bring it back. But that's all there is. Someone tore out the other pages. Oh, I was hoping they had more to say to me. Did you do this? No! Then you're on your own, kid. I'm not even sure what window means here. Maybe Glacier wants to figure out that one. It's gonna do something to the Windows window that this is sitting in. And I'm fascinated to see what it does. Is it gonna, like, activate borderless mode and say the window is gone, so you're gonna need to use the keyboard or something? Look at the pattern on the floor. Does it mean, is there a pattern on this floor, or is it in the tower? We'll find out. Right. By the way, what does it mean by 3 pieces of the previous sun? I only have this sun. Do I have to explain everything? It's just a fancy word for objects containing yellow phosphor. You know, stuff that glows yellow. Oh! I do have a piece of amber and a feather. They fit the description, right? Yeah, but you only have 2 of them. And they're super rare, so it's not like you're just gonna find something like that on the ground. Right. The kernel. If it grows fast enough. Okay. Here, you can have this. Oh! Oh! A little... Is this the dice that the book was talking about? That looks very important. Also, I agree with Nico. Oh! Oh, excuse me. Oh! It looks kind of like you. What? Have you never seen dice before? No! I mean, yes! I mean, it's just... Never mind. So, yeah. Need anything else? I'm good, thank you. Well, off you go then. Don't screw this up, okay? Oh, so now we have in our inventory a die with glowing dots. So off we go. We need to go to where the tower was, which is somewhere. The tower was kind of like in the center of this area, I think. I know we have to leave the library to get there. Oh! Hey, Glacier? Do you remember where the cafe is? No? Oh, wait, I think I remember. It's up the elevator, then we take a right and go down some stairs. I'm asking because, well, I'm a little hungry. Oh, buddy, I was also a little hungry before stream. Actually, I'm really hungry. I haven't eaten anything since I got here. Oh my gosh, sir, you haven't eaten in weeks. So, is it okay if we go get some food before we enter the tower? Absolutely. I also hope they have pancakes. Look at him, little face. Look at him, little face. He's so excited about the concept of pancakes. I made pancakes this morning. If you see a blue bowl in the shot, I think that's the blue bowl. Maybe. This guy. This guy right here, that blue bowl. Yeah, I made pancakes this morning. They had like sesame seeds in them. They were very good. Oh, buddy, I'll make you pancakes, Nico. They won't fit through the screen, but I'll make you pancakes, buddy. I mean, I hope the pancakes don't fit through the screen. If the pancakes fit through the screen, then I have several things I need to go do right after stream, because if the pancakes fit through the screen, then I fit through the screen, and I have places I need to be. See, if I was thinking with my brain, wait, this goes to the tower, doesn't it? This goes to the, yeah, that's the tower, right? This isn't the elevator, that's the tower. Hopefully this gets us to over by the elevator, because I'm not gonna lie to you, it's been a whole week and my brain is smooth. Hello, library. Hi, buddy. Do we need to stand on my hand? He's like, yes. Yes, I do. You are making it harder to play this game. Like, I hope you can see what Library was just doing with his back foot. Yeah, you just sit there. That's a good spot for you. You go ahead, you sit. This is the factory. And so, this is the luminescence index of liquid red phosphor decreased by a factor of 3.5 this past week. Alarming to say the least. It's the sharpest decline I've ever seen, and the number's only increasing. We'll have to further concentrate on phosphor now for immediate use. It's hard to believe, but there's a good chance this city could run out of light in as little as 6 months. What are we gonna do? Well, that's not good. I am interested in your scientific advancements, but also, I have a very hungry little kitty. I also have a very comfy little kitty, sitting on my hands. Could you imagine that if this game, like, turned on the webcam and, like, did image analysis and was like, you have a cat in your home. Nico senses them, or something. I'd lose my mind. I'd go absolutely bonkers. Where are we? Can I fast travel? Travel. Elevator, street. My brain's big. The elevator goes back up to the catwalk, so we need to press the button if we're gonna go back up. You're right. Up we go, and then to the right, he said? I think either to the right or down and to the right. The cafe only had coffee when we were there, though. Who knows? A little W waiting. Oh. Okay, so was it to the right and then down? Or was it the other way around? I don't know. We'll find out. If this isn't the way to the cafe, then we'll find it. Oh no, this is the cafe. Hello, sir. You have pancakes for my little man here? Well, hey, you're back. Did you manage to fix the elevator? Mm-hmm. Glacier and I went to the surface already. And... Gurgle. Oh. Well, I remember there being a cafe here. You have pancakes? We sure do. We don't have any. I don't have any money. Maybe I can help you wash the dishes or something? No, it's on the house. At least I can do for the savior, right? Here, why don't you take a seat? I'll go fry some up for you. Pancakes! Oh! He gets his pancakes! Baby! Oh, is this gonna cut to like a little... Oh, there's a little stack of pancakes in front of the little man. Oh, adorable. Hi, Magnus. You wanna come up here and say hi to everybody? You wanna come up here? You wanna say hi? You gotta come up here if you wanna say hi to everybody on camera. I don't think they can see where you are. There we go. Hi. Both of the boys are very invested in the story of OneShot, I think. Yeah. You want to just sit on the couch? I wouldn't complain if you sat right there. I love you too. These pancakes are so good. Thank you so much. No problem. You looked really hungry. Yeah. I thought this would be my last chance to eat something before I go in the tower. Oh, gotcha. So I guess pancakes are your favorite food? Mm-hmm. Well, almost. My favorite food in the world are the special pancakes my mama makes. She likes to pick hazelnuts and grind them up into the batter. Oh! Hazelnut flour. That sounds like they'd make very tasty pancakes. Oh, wow. That sounds amazing. Magnus, can you not step there, please? Thank you. They taste amazing. She always made them when I was feeling sad. Well, speaking of feeling sad, somebody wants pets. I don't know if you saw his little toe beans just patting me on the arm like, hi, hello, can you pet me? Or lonely, or... Mama. Oh, buddy, I know you miss your mama. Oh, he's crying, no, bud, I really hope you get back home. I just have a bad feeling all of a sudden. Oh, am I even here to save the world? No, buddy. People have been saying the sun won't fix anything, but it'll make everybody happy. It'll help. I don't even know why I'm here. Oh, bud. I just want to see my mama again. Oh, bud. Oh, there. It's gonna be okay. And I'm sure you'll be able to save the world. You're a tough kid. You managed to get this far already, huh? Yeah, but... And you'll get to go home afterwards, right? Right. Hey, you want some more pancakes? It's okay. I'll be fine. Oh, bud. So, yeah. Thanks for coming by. Mm-hmm. Thank you for listening. And for the pancakes. No problem. Good luck. Oh, bud. He got his little pancakes. He got a little emotional catharsis for the stress of being the savior of the whole world. And now we can go solve puzzles, right? Hopefully. So now we go into the tower and we need to do things with the pattern on the floor. Just in case, is there a pattern on the floor of the elevator? Not really. Waiting. I love the little, like, elevator sequence being the same every time. Like, I know that's probably for, like, memory constraints reasons, or, like, just sheer, like, effort reasons, but it's also really cute that he's just, like... and just... every time. It's very good. I'm gonna fast travel so we're not lost for 1,000 years. Vendor Street. I can get to the tower from Vendor Street pretty easily, right? I can just go down here. Oh yes, Magnus. Deploy the violence. Deploy the violence upon the scratch post. That's what it's for. Is this the right way? I feel like the tower's here. Okay. So we have our 3 pieces of the old sun. The pattern on the floor, do as it says. I mean, if we're gonna take it literally, close the window? Like, that's my immediate thought is, it's an X. Do we click the X? Or do we do as it says and close the window? Oh, but poor Nico. Oh, bud, I'm nervous about the little man. Everybody cross your fingers. The game noticed. The game noticed the closing action. Now I'm gonna open the game again, and we're gonna see what happens together. Also, I want to point something out before I keep going. There is, in the game files for this game, there are 2 exes. There is one called OneShot.exe that's about 4 megs, and then there is another exe that is 10 megs that is just a bunch of blanks, and I've been avoiding clicking that in case it does something. So keep that in mind. That might be something we need here in a little bit. Oh, Nico! I won't do anything so the capture can catch up. There it goes. Oh, Bud, what's up? We're in a... Oh! Me too. We're in a void, Bud. Where are we? What's in the white void? Oh! Did the whole room light up? What happened to you, buddy? You okay? Is this the inside of the tower? It's a lot darker than I thought. Where's the sun? Wait, where's the sun? I thought the exact same thing you did. Glacier, do you know what happened to the sun? I don't, but I do know that my little sons are causing problems. Hang on, sir. I know you're experiencing severe anguish at the loss of your prophecy. I need to fix something. This is what I mean. That was just happening, that's what I mean. I have a bad batch of lights. Don't worry, I'll put an alert in the, in the description for the VOD for this. I might put up like a little timestamp. As for the live viewers, I'm just going to have to sincerely apologize. These ones, so far, have not flickered on me yet, so we'll see. It makes my house look a little bit like an intimidating void, but it might have to do. That or I'll have to get some lamps. You know, I've been thinking about getting some lamps and just completely avoiding the problem. Anyway. Glacier? Yeah. Glacier? I'm right here, buddy! Oh, can I say anything to you? No, I can't! No! I can't say anything! There's no dialogue! Buddy! I'm right here! I'm right on the other side of the screen! Let me say something! Hello? I tried typing hello, it didn't do anything. Oh, no! No, I haven't abandoned you, buddy! It just won't let me talk! Buddy! Oh, no! He doesn't know what's going on, and I can't say anything to him. Can I type? Are we sure we can't type? I can't type, buddy! Oh... No! Water? Where is the sun? What's going on? Where do I go? Wait! What if I walk to spell hello? Okay. And then we'll take a couple steps over and we'll stop. And then we gotta write an E. E. E, that's kind of E-shaped, not perfectly E-shaped. And then we'll stop for a little bit. Take a couple steps over, we'll stop for a little bit. And then we'll write an L. And then we'll stop. We'll take a couple steps over. And then we'll write another L. And then we'll take a couple steps over. And then we'll try to write an O. I said hello. Do you know I'm there, Nico? Oh, little bud. Wait. Where's our items? No. Where'd our items go? We needed those. I don't know. Oh, computer. Hello, Nico. Oh no, talk to me. Don't talk to Nico. Let him know I'm here. Hello. Congratulations. You're now inside the tower. Are you talking to me now? No, talk to me. Let him know I'm here. Correct. But you were always talking to Glacier before. Where's... Glacier has already left. No, I haven't, you liar. You're so mean to this little man. I had to resort to contacting you directly. No, you didn't. Why are you being mean to this little man? Wait, so Glacier's gone just like that? Correct. Incorrect! For good? Correct. No! Glacier has already finished their mission. No, I haven't. The camera wouldn't be on if I had finished my mission. And so have you, Nico. Don't do this to him. Send him home. Here, you can rest now. Everything that's happened here is like a bad dream. When you wake up, you'll be home. Oh, but... What's wrong? I thought there'd be more to it, you know? I thought we were supposed to go to the top of the tower. I thought there was supposed to be somewhere we needed to put the sun in. And now I don't even have the sun anymore. And Glacier is just gone. No, I'm right here, buddy. It does feel wrong. I agree with you, Nico. But you did good. You saved the world, Nico. Are you not happy? Are we sure? I guess I am. But it's just... Oh. The lying narrator has signed out. Check their away message? Oh, no! No! My ISP is trying to make it too immersive. I am so tempted to end the stream right now and just record. That, like, if that had cut off when I thought it did, that would have been perfect. Oh, do I do it? Do I do it? Okay. Never mind, it reconnected. Idea abandoned. For a second there, I was about to, like, because my ISP was like, you don't have internet for a second, I was about to lean in and be like, yeah, the game's over, and then just release the rest of the game as a video. God, that would have been... If my internet had taken 5 seconds more to reconnect, I would have actually done that. That would have been so cool. Anyway, Nico is downtrodden because the lying narrator has logged off and we can't see their away message. No, I'm not sleeping in the bed. Sleeping in the bed feels... Oh, game said you cannot go anywhere else. Is it gonna loop this way too? Yep. Okay. I never even got to say goodbye. Oh no, buddy, but you are. Oh, him sleeping. There's the narrator, you gerblin. And as for you, Glacier, we're done here. Are you sure? Please don't return to this world anymore. The music changed. The music changed. There was one note out of key at the end there. It says, please don't return to this world anymore. What if I open the other EXE? It's been in there. It's been in there the whole time. I'm going to open the other EXE first, and if nothing happens... Oh, God, I don't know. Do I want to not open it? Okay, we're going to open the other EXE first. Oh, okay. Can you all see this? Can you all see this? You all cannot see this. Let me add another capture here. So, I'm gonna add another window capture. One shot window 3. Just put this on the screen real quick. Don't mind me. Just gonna do this. I'm also gonna rename the other one because it's been bothering me. Can I rename this, please? Rename. Sorry, this is on my end. Don't worry about it. Okay, so it said do not return to this world, but it didn't say anything about coming here. So it's showing this little clover. And we know the clover has something to do with the author who's been writing all the stuff. Is this how the author has been getting all their stories? Have they been snooping through people's computers? Okay, I'm gonna hit keys here, and we all need to watch the screen to see if something's happening. Okay, we're gonna start with the numbers. Nothing from the numbers or the equal sign. QWERTY. UI up. And then some punctuation. Nothing. Can I click on it? I can't click on it. Acidif. Sorry, pronouncing the keyboard is harder than I thought. The semicolon and the apostrophe. Enter. Zixbinim, comma, period, slash. Okay. Neither of the shifts do anything. Neither of the controls do anything. Neither of the alts do anything. Wait. Am I seeing things, or did one of the alts, like, select the thing? I think I'm seeing things. Huh. What does it mean? What do the numbers mean, Mason? Mason, what do the numbers mean? Sorry, that's a very specific bit I am doing. My apologies for people that don't get it. Okay, I have hit now every key except the escape key and the function keys. Okay, I'm gonna hit the function keys, and if they don't do anything, then this isn't what we need to do. Okay, the function keys don't do anything, so this isn't it. But that's what that is. That's what that other EXE is. It says don't come back. I don't want to hurt Nico. I don't want to hurt the little guy. I guess we gotta come back. I mean, unless the game really wanted to... Oh. Is he just asleep? Is that it? Are we done? Is this it? Buddy, are you just asleep? Oh. Okay. I guess that's it? That can't be it. That can't be it. Like Nico said, we had to go to the top of the tower. Maybe now if we open the Clover window? What's the Clover window mean? The Clover window, by the way, doesn't have an icon. Like, it doesn't have an icon in the same way that the normal OneShot EXE does. What if I leave this open and then open? Can I do that? Do not force close. Can I leave the Clover window open and then go manually activate OneShot.exe? Is that a thing I can do? I mean, I could if I dug. Hi. I want to manage. Open the file, open the folder for this game in Explorer. We're gonna have OneShot open at the same time as the Clover, and we're gonna see what happens. Can you all see that? No, the Clover window's in the way. Let me move the Clover window. I'll leave the Clover window open on my screen. I will switch to it if you all need to see. Nico is in his little wheat field. Nico. Oh, he hears us. What's up, buddy? Are you okay? Did you make it home? Oh. Hello? Glacier? Was that you just now? Yeah, it was me. I thought I heard your voice. My dream. Oh, I guess you're still not there. Do I need to position the window so he can walk into the Clover window? Maybe. Let's see if it gives us control after this dialogue. Wait, there's something in my pocket. I don't remember putting it there. Item. Wait. First, I want to see what happens. Can we, approach the edge of the screen here and walk into the Clover window? No. Okay. A Clover! No way! Yeah. Okay. So we have the Clover equipped and now the computer's on. You're still here? Nico, why are you still here? You! Oh, don't call me out like that. Don't just you me. You're the one who lied. You're the one who made me interested if you had just said you did it. You finished the game. You can talk to Nico about it. I wouldn't have opened the window. Don't you give me that you nonsense. Why did you come back? Because I didn't think the story was over. I told you to stay away. Yeah, and you didn't finish the story, Mr. Author Man. You're a writer. You know how stories work. You knew I tried to cut the story short. That's your goddamn right I did. You want more out of me. Is that it? Fine. If you don't want to leave, I'll make sure you never do. Uh-oh, gang. I have annoyed the spirit of the world. Uh-oh. Oh, door. Whoa. Whoa, hang on. I need to show you all what's happening here. Oh, that's not green on my screen. That's clear on my screen. It's green on you guys'. Oh, I know why. It defaults to having a background. Properties. Huh. Yeah, I guess I can chroma key that. Filters. Chroma key. Let me just, custom. Select color. Yeah. Sure. That'll do. So, this is what the Clover window looks like right now. Wait. Is something gonna happen when I do this? Because it's clear. Can I just put this over Nico and then he walk out of the room? Oh, wait. I can't. Oh, I can't do that because I need to have the window so it'd be layered over it. No. No way. Has this been... Hang on. I'm trying to align this with the little Clover on Nico's screen. Has this been doing this the whole time and I haven't had it open? Oh, that's weird. That's so weird. Anyway, it didn't do anything when I aligned it with the Clover on Nico's screen. So I guess I'll just, leave that there. You all tell me if something changes. Okay, Nico. Oh. Oh! Oh, I don't... Okay, it's changed. Apologies for that. I did not want to put the librarian in danger. Huh. So then do we go... Oh, ooh. So is this... Oh, if you align it, it highlights the way out. Oh, that's cool. Like, I just instinctively followed the little path that it had set. But if you align... It seems like if you align the clover, it shows you the way out of the room. This is wild. Also, this is... Yeah, I'm trying to capture this for everyone, but I make no promises about how intelligible this is. Okay, so then we need to go up again? This game is wild. This game is playing with the fourth wall in a way that I did not expect. Has this been doing this the whole time, or is it just exclusive to this room? Should I have had this open the whole time? Were we supposed to get information this whole time? Also, I haven't been reading what's on the page. Regrettably, I've seen it happen to dear friends, whatever it is. Also, hi, Raz. I'm always really happy to have you here. So let's go this way like the page tells us. But do not worry. The entity cannot touch you. Okay, and then... Do we need to go back the way we came? Because that's what the page is suggesting when it's aligned. So we go back. Oh! Oh, it's non-Euclidean. Okay. I was like, oh no, yeah, this is a coherent Euclidean map. Nope. Things overlap with each other. Nor can the entity do anything to me. Oh, this is wild. This must be just impossible if you don't have this thing open. I already left the world on my own terms. This game is what? This game is bonkers. I never meant for the entity to exist. Sorry, I really wish I could show you what's happening. It's just circling this next door. So, conceptually, if you're having trouble understanding what's going on here, this window that is overlaid over what we see here is a clear window on my screen, and there's a little clover. Let me see if I can show it to you. There's a little clover right here. It's blinking in and out. That's the same color as the paper. And if you align this clover with the clover hole in the paper, then it shows you where to go next. This is wild. We've translated again. Hang on, let me show you the room first. There's 2 doors. But now that it's fully sentient, one thing has become clear. The entity, I assume, is fully sentient. And that little point there is pointing to the door here. The second door. Wow. Wow, wow. You know what I could do? Because this window is clear, I could move the capture of the window so you all can see what's happening. I'm gonna do that now. The entity seeks death. Ooh, that's grim. So then we set it here, and it says what? It's not circling what it's circling on my screen. Sorry, because it's not aligned. Let me align it. Let me align it on my screen and see if it does the same thing. Oh, it is pointing. It's just lower than it is. That's weird. It's lower in the capture than it is on my screen. Huh. It's pointing to this door. That's weird. Anyway. Death to itself, death to the world. A relentless desire that manifests itself physically. Okay, so I'm gonna adjust it on my screen and then I'm gonna show you what it's pointing to. now it is pointing to this door, right? Yes, now it's pointing to that door. I don't know why it isn't aligning on the capture, but like I said, I'm doing my best to show you all here. You have already seen the scars, says the author. The third door. Like so. This must be absolutely incomprehensibly difficult without the game giving you hints. Right now, the entity is... Oh, the entity is not sneezing, I promise. The entity is doing everything it can to impede your progress, stalling for even a few minutes. Okay, let me show you how that looks. It does this. It has two of them, and then circles a third door. What door is it circling? Yeah, that one. This is wild. What a concept. I was like, oh, is this gonna, like, do something weird with, like... I thought I was gonna have to, like... It was gonna do something where it split the window into two. Like, it does something where it's like, oh no, the world's falling apart. And chunk, the window splits into two windows, and you have to, like, move them to get Nico to move in space. This is equally cool. Oh, this is wild. Before you inevitably bring the sun to the tower's summit. This is pointing to the other door in the room, like so. This is crazy. This is wild. Okay, there's a little... I wish I could just do this on screen and it would work, but they're not sized in the same way. I think I changed the size of one of them at some point. That is where you... Oh! That is where you, as a god, will make the final judgment for the world at the top of the tower. So it is circling the door, it is circling the capture there. Of course, the entity will contact you again while you're there. This is wild. Oh my gosh, this must have taken forever. And when it does, it will trick you into shattering the sun. Oh man. This will end the world instantly. Oh, this is bonkers. You align this to make sure. And then it looks like this. I hope I'm getting across what's going on. There is no text on this page. There is only an arrow, which points to the door that isn't the one we left. It points right about here, which I assume means go through that door. Oh, and now there's just a corner missing from the page. Let me move this into place on mine and then move it into place on yours. Here we go. Put it on yours like so. Unfortunately, it is covering up Nico, but I promise he's just like, as you've seen, he's just kind of walking in a blank room. No, says the author. It's not quite that simple. Points to about here. Sorry, this isn't fitting into the layout very well, but I promise this is worth it because of how wild this is. I'm sorry. I do not know what to do in a situation like this. You and me both, man. I have no idea what's going on. Is this the second door? This is the second door, so it circles like this. Hi, library. I love you too, kitty. But I think I have to tell you the truth. I am, like, if I am clamming up or having very little to say here, it's because this is the wildest concept for a sequence. The sun is the Messiah's tie to the world. Well, yeah, no wonder Nico panicked when he didn't have the light bulb. How many rows is that? That is right there. So it's right about here, I think. It completely covers one edge of the grid, like so. So, do I need to walk there? I need to be able to do this. I need to be able to see to do this. Can I still control Nico? No? Okay. What we're gonna do... Oh. Oh, it's a thing. Okay, so it's 3, and then... I guess this is just kind of a guess and check thing. So I just need to keep walking 1 square at a time until I'm on the cube. It's 1 more. And then now we're aligned. So it looks like this, but it's covering both sides of the page on my screen. There's no grid visible. So these are very obviously scaled differently. So then I need to go... Oh, okay, so I need to do this into this, and then this. Yes, we've solved a pattern. Oh, now we have to sit here and trace these patterns? Oh, this is gonna be... I'm sorry, gang. This is gonna be... I'm gonna turn off the page window and I'll just read it at you. Just trust me that I'm doing my best to follow these patterns. As long as the sun is intact, the Messiah remains trapped here. So... we need to break the sun to let Nico go home? Oh, excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then how many up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then take a right turn and move 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Take a right. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we move up 1 tile and do it all again until we're in line. So we do this, and then I guess we need to fill the rest of this space outlined here. You know, if I were to draw a line straight down from Nico here. So we're just gonna do the old snake technique. You know, filling some time in light cycles. This is so wild. This also is like such a like copy protection type, like this is something that a computer game from like the 80s or like the early 90s would do as a copy protection gimmick. This is wild. Shattering the sun may terminate this world, but... Hi, library. Oh, first time chat. Hi, I know I don't know you or know what's happening in your life, but I hope you have an amazing day and that everything goes your way. Thank you. Welcome, Raider Ahulahani. I appreciate your input, and I hope that you have a great day, and I hope that you have things go your way. Welcome to the Igloo. Thanks for dropping by. I am currently having my brain exploded by this video game. I am having the wildest time. So we need to leave that one on and no others. There we go. I appreciate your positivity. Very much, actually. Sorry, okay, so, for context, Raider, if you have not played this game before and you don't know what's going on, there are pages out of a journal that are showing me, the user, where to take Nico, and I don't really have a very good way to align these pages that you now see on the screen, in such a way that it shows you what's going on. Also, would you like to hear the wisdom I dispense from my wisdom tooth? Dispense the wisdom with care, please. But perhaps. But, yeah, I'm playing this blind, so I have little to no idea what's going on, but I wanted to illustrate for you what's happening as a new viewer. So there are 2 circles. We need to go up 2 and down 3 here for the first line. Up 2, and then 1, 2, 3, and then we need to go right 1, down 1, right 1, down 1, like so. Knowledge is knowing tomatoes a fruit. Wisdom is knowing not to put tomato in your fruit salad. Philosophy is wondering if that make ketchup a smoothie. Common sense is knowing ketchup is not a smoothie. Charisma is selling ketchup as a brand new savory smoothie that you found a recipe for in an old copper cylinder. Okay, and then we need to walk over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But we need to put 3 more. So we will do so. We'll walk over 2 and then snake our way along. So we will go like so. Da, 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 da. Wow, I'm gonna add that to my wisdom. You're a wise man. I have my moments. Okay. And then we need to... Oh, I did that backwards. Now I have to like, paint and then unpaint a square now. Sorry, I really wish I could illustrate what's happening here a little better. I've had someone reply, if you add milk, it can be a milkshake. Theoretically. Okay. So then... Ooh, that won't work. And then we need to go... So, once again, this is kind of the vibe of what's happening. So this is kind of the shape we're aiming for. That kind of illustrates... Can I see with my eyeballs and not with my face? Real quick here. Let me... Oh, the capture is snapping to points. So this kind of illustrates what's happening. You can kind of see, this is not the correct shape. Let me... Wait, I'm dumb. These are not the same size and shape. So this might fix it. No. Anyway, this is kind of like I'm wiggling the thing around. This fits on my screen, essentially. So I hope that illustrates. This is wild. This is bonkers. Also, what a puzzle. Like, what a puzzle design. Okay, so... Library. I think I understand. You're trying to make that shape with your path. Exactly. And there were earlier rooms with no indication where to go. Excuse me, I have a cat in front of my screen. Hello, sir. Are you aware you're not allowed to stand in front of the screen? He's a little guy. He don't know nothing. Earlier, there were rooms with no clear indication where to go, Lost Woods wandering style, and these journal pages were indicating which paths to take, like what doors to walk through, or what, like, paths to take in a cross shape. Where do I go next? Long story short, this game is blowing my mind, so we need to replicate the same shape on the other side. Okay, is that right? Yes, and then this, right? No, I'm missing one. But I can fix it and it might get us back on our path. So, if I do this, that's more correct. It is very neat, I agree with you. Okay, so there's a second concentric circle that I might be able to make, and it might get me out of the jam I'm in. So let me do that. Huh. Okay, let's go down one, or left one, down one, and see if we can get the second concentric circle. So, is that correct? Show me the larger window here. Yes, that is correct. Okay. And then it moves over to touch here. And then it moves to the left one. Man, very, very delicately creating pixel squares is taking me back to working on Minecraft servers. Raz will know. I was on a real spheroid kick for a while. Last time I was really active in Minecraft servers. I built an entire, like, toroid thing as one of my bases on a server. Because I had found, like, a packed ice biome way before anybody else. And, what I had done with the packed ice, I had, like, picked up all the packed ice and everything, or I had picked up, like, the ice spikes, and I had crafted it into, like, various volumes of other ice, and I had used a bunch of packed ice to get from one place to another in the nether, and then, welcome back. You just caught me yarning about, and then we can just pick this up where we left off. And now we don't have to worry about the inner circle either. Ooh, no, that other square that I just deleted needed to be there. Like that. So then this, and then we go, and we mirror the thing on the bottom. So, like so. Right? Yes. Correct. But I had like a whole Minecraft talk. I like Minecraft. The main person I watched is Sulkle85. I don't recognize the username. I gotta admit, I'm a long way out of the popular Minecraft people loop. I'm old, and so, you know, the closest I get to any of these newfangled that's not what I wanted to do. Any of these newfangled storytelling Minecraft folks is... Oh! What? Any of these newfangled storytelling Minecraft folks was the old, Mayanite stuff. Okay. Let me just show you this really quick, this journal page. I did not realize things could end up like this. Please forgive me, says the author. So, I'm old, so I don't follow who's popular anymore. Can I go there? That looks important. Can I make it there? Okay, I can. There's a little deal-do here, so I can get on the internal circle. It's the light bulb! Oh no. Is this the trick? Is this how they're gonna... No! The platform's light bulb shaped! Hey, age is just a case of mind over matter. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter, except for ages and legal minimums. That's pretty good. I wish I could tell my body, that it didn't mind and it didn't matter. My body minds much more than my brain does. Thank goodness it's safe. I guess Glacier isn't coming back. No, buddy, I'm right here, Nico. Buddy. Nico, I'm here. Glacier? Yes? Is that really you? Yeah, it's me, buddy. I thought you were gone. No, they were stopping me. It's okay, buddy. I never left. Oh, I was feeling a bit scared back there. I am currently scared of library trying to jump into the computer cabinet. I thought I was completely alone. That was silly of me to assume, wasn't it? I guess we need to figure out where to go now and... Lighted bulb. Okay, am I losing it? Next time I forward the dialogue, does the room look a little bit like the light bulb sprite? The sun, it lit up on its own. It does. It does look like a light bulb. No, we're not gonna pick up that. That's a decoy. That's a decoy. The room is the light bulb. No, we're leaving. We can't leave. Never mind. My clever idea has been vetoed by the game, by the concept of walls. I guess I do have to pick it up. Can't I just, like... Wait, am I gonna have to... I think it looks like a light bulb. I also think it looks like a light bulb. Am I gonna have to, like, move the window to the top of my screen to make it be at the top of the tower? Oh, man. Because the game has done stuff like that before. It's played with where the window is in space. I guess we need to click on the light bulb. Oh. Guess I should pick it up, right? No? Oh. We are now no longer in a light bulb shaped room. I agree, Nico. Question mark. Ah, yes. Octopus. Okay. Wait! This looks familiar. This reminds me of the thing at the beginning of the game, the house where I couldn't find that door and I was super stuck. Something's up. Something's up. Something's going on. This is the house where I couldn't find the door. Do y'all remember this? Did these doors not open last time? I can't remember. Okay, I'm being spoken to. So you actually made it here? Yes. I guess you win, Glacier. I'll tell you how to save the world then. I'm suspicious of you. You tried to lie to Nico. I'm suspicious of you, little box. When you reach the summit, shatter the light bulb and... Uh-huh. Yeah, sure. Shatter the light bulb, he says. Oh, the journal, the little Clover EXE, has closed on its own. I just noticed that. 1, 2, 3. Do these keep... Oh, I'm just humoring you. Yeah? Are you? I know you've been getting help from a certain someone, and you cut it off. Don't do it sounds correct. I agree, don't do it. He already told you about the choice, didn't he? It does sound like a trick. Raider, if you have played this game, do me a favor and don't spoil anything. I agree with you. It is definitely has the vibe of a trick. But this game is like really reaching down into my brain and doing some wild stuff, and I would not like any of that spoiled. So do be careful. I would appreciate it. Anyway, he already told you about the choice, didn't he? He did. You're right. Oh, I have not. Oh, you haven't played this game. Okay, never mind. Concern disregarded. Are you still planning to save the world, Glacier? I mean, I'm sure gonna try. Why are you trying so hard for this? Because it's a world. It's worth saving. There's a whole world's worth of people in there. Haven't you even figured out what this world is? I mean, there's the obvious of it being a game, but... Though you might after playing this? Yeah, absolutely. I would heartily suggest it. This game's wild. Haven't you even figured out what this world is? I think I have a few inklings. Wait a minute. This is shaped in a particular way. I told you at the beginning, your mission is to help Nico leave. Are we helping Nico process the grief of something? Is that what's happening? I don't know. Because Nico isn't part of this world. Yeah. Nico is the only thing worth saving here. I don't know. I think the people that we met along the way are pretty worth saving, but that's just my taste. The final choice is up to you. I can't go against my programming, so you're not tamed either, Mr. Box. Huh. You only have one shot, Glacier. Yeah, that is the name of the game. And it sounds like we've got one shot. If you choose to smash the light bulb, then Nico wakes up back home like it was all a dream. Sorry, that's a little off screen for you all, but I promise that's what it says. But if you let Nico return the sun, the child will have to bear the weight of this sacrifice. Oh. Oh no. There's some elevator doors. At least tell Nico the truth. You do care about Nico, don't you? Yes, I do. That's why I was upset earlier when you didn't let me talk to him. This elevator seems much more precarious. Nico is thinking. Sure is taking a while. I guess this elevator leads to the top of the tower, Glacier. Are you excited? We're finally gonna save the world. And I know it's for real this time, because you're here. And then I'll get to go home for real this time, too. I can't wait to see everyone again. You okay? You seem a little quiet. I'm gonna be honest, Nico, I don't know what to say. Have you ever heard of the game Little Misfortune? It sounds like it's ringing a very faint bell. Okay, we could say something to Nico, or we could stay quiet. So, obviously saying something to Nico is us explaining to Nico what we just heard from the little box, right? That seems pretty obvious. But my worry is, it's not clear whether he gets home for shattering the light bulb. I almost want to not say anything, because in that nightmare, he saw his mom for a long moment, and then the light bulb shattered, and he didn't see his mom anymore. So I'm wondering if the box is continuing to lie to us, that perhaps him putting the sun back where it belongs still doesn't, like, it frees him from the burden of prophecy. He deserves to know. He deserves to know the choices that we're helping him make, what it means. Library, buddy, I am having some very intense debate right now. Can you maybe not pet chat? Chat, you're on a TV screen and Library is patting the chat, when you all say something. I know the chat probably does appreciate the toe bean pats, but this is a very serious moment. Can we maybe not be in the way of the screen? I know, the screen's very entertaining. Let's not scratch Papa's television, shall we? Come here. I know, I'm so mean to you. I'm so mean to you, aren't I, little man? I don't let you sit in front of the screen. I don't pet you while I'm asleep. Oh, so mean. I'll do some digging on that game. We'll see. Nico deserves to know. We don't, once a liar, always a liar. In games. True. But Nico deserves to know. He deserves to know what people have been saying are coming for him. If we're helping him make decisions, he needs to get the rest of the information too, in case he can stop us. We'll tell Nico. Yeah? I need to tell you something. I'm listening. We can't save all. What? The world and you. What's that supposed to mean? To send you home, we have to break the light bulb. What? But won't that end the world? I'm going to stay silent because we don't know whether breaking the light bulb will end the world. I don't want that to happen. I don't want you to be stuck here. I want you to go see your mom. Also, I seem to be watching the stream on like about a 1.5 minute delay. So if my chat seems a little behind, that's probably why. Yeah, very spicy chat delay occurs a lot around here. Don't worry about it. I don't want that to happen. So, what happens when we save the world? What happens to me? We're gonna be honest with him and say, I don't know. We don't know that you saving the world will do anything. We don't know if you saving the world will send you home. We're not sure. I don't know what'll happen to you. You don't? I'm beginning to think we shouldn't have said anything. We shouldn't have said anything, but he deserved to know. I wish I could let Nico make this decision for himself. I wish I could type. I wish I could tell him exactly what I know. And then type and tell him. And let him know to make the decision on his own. Okay, little buddy. Moment of truth. So this is where the sun belongs. If I put the sun in here, we'll be able to save the world, right? But if I want to go home, I'll have to break it? Oh. Glacier? What should I do? What's the right thing to do? I agree, Nico. What's the right thing to do? Oh no! Do we return the sun? Because people are saying returning the sun won't necessarily save the world, but it will help the countless people of this world live their life for a while longer. But also, given the context, we are then orphaning this child. We're telling this child that his need for comfort, his need for familial companionship is outweighed by the needs of an entire world, despite despite it feeling like he is losing his entire world in that way. No. My gut instinct is leaning toward return home, right? Just on the facts of the situation as we've been presented them, and in the sense of I want Nico to go home, but also the source of information that we got the knowledge that breaking the light bulb will send Nico home has lied to both me, the player, and Nico. So it comes down to, do I want to gamble on the broader, like the narrative, capital N narrative, the world talking to us, and the author saying things in the journal being correct, that they're not conflicting, and that returning the sun makes him be here? Or do I want to take the fact that the boxes, the windows, lied to me and kept me from Nico, and the realization that the author said we were going to be tricked into breaking the light bulb so that the spirit of the world could be free, like, take that knowledge and gamble on whether it was lying to trick us, and return the sun in hopes that Nico can find a way home. It seems kind of like the trolley problem. Yeah, absolutely. It's very much a trolley problem. It's you know, several layers on top of the existing trolley problem, and it's hard. It is especially difficult because there is that, if you've been along with us the whole game, you have that emotional attachment to Nico. You know who is on the tracks that you are sacrificing for the uncountable number of people on the other track. It's like you are, I'm going to put this in a nutshell, it's like we are letting the train hit Nico, this person that we are very attached to, in comparison to running over a nuclear bomb. I am often a gambler. And I'm going to gamble that the boxes are going to trick us, and that Nico has a way home. I'm going to return the sun in hopes that it lets this young man, if not return home, then find a home here. Everybody cross your fingers. We're rolling a lot of dice on this one. You're right. You can't just leave everyone here to die. Thank you for your help. I promise I'll be okay. Oh, buddy. But how long's that gonna take? Sure, you'll be alright, but it'll take a long time. That's a lot for you to work through, little guy. Return the sun. Come on. Let Nico go home. What? I don't get to know? Is this the credits? I don't get to... Do I get to know? I don't know. Also, Eliza Vasquez, Michael Shirt, you both did incredibly programming this game. Night Margin, their work is on display right now. Incredible work. Night Margin also with the character design. These characters are impeccably designed. How does that not hurt his eyes? He does have kitty cat eyes. Maybe he looks away while he's not on camera. Who knows? Wow. The soundtrack, I did not hear a lot of this soundtrack. My computer had settings. Is that Silver the robot who's tamed, or is that Silver the person? The mechanical concept of this story, wow. Was this a 3-person team? This is incredible. Oh! There goes the prophecy bot. Oh man, this game is fantastic. Oh, wow. Testing this game must have been a nightmare. Oh, the seed! The seed! It does grow into a little dude! Yeah! Oh! Oh, this is a later version of this game. Thank you for letting me play this game, the people who have finished it. House. House without Nico? Does that mean... Oh, I pressed an arrow key and the game closed. That has to mean Nico got home, right? Like, it has to. There's no way it means anything else. I mean, we just saw the room that Nico came here in, and it's in full sun. That was really beautiful, by the way. I don't want to open the game. Like, now I'm really nervous that me opening the game will, like, start the game anew. And, like, bring Nico back to the home. And, like, bring Nico back to that house. Like, I don't want to take him away from his mother in case that's what happens. Like, the game has already, like, done the thing of, like, the definitive don't come back. And that feels very final. I'm very nervous to open the game again, everybody. I don't know your policy on what games you play, but Little Misfortune is not the most PG game, but if that's fine with you, I think you should play it. I try to learn lean family friendly here. I'll take a look at it. Again, Raider, I will look after stream. Maybe join the Discord and shoot me a message to like a Steam link or something. Okay. What if I open the author journal? What if I open the author journal? Okay. First, we're gonna open the author journal. If the author journal is like, oh, you're looking at the book. Also, I don't mean that it shows anything bad. It just talks about adult topics. Like I said, I'll dig further. Okay, we're gonna open the author journal. The author journal on screen. On screen, please. Capture. There we go. All right, let's read. Sorry, I need to stand to read this because it's just far enough. Looks like you completed your mission in the world, and I understand. I know you wish to return, but the entity called itself OneShot for a reason. That restriction was implemented a long time ago. Removing it is impossible now. At least for me. I do not know the full extent of your powers, so pardon me if this sounds foolish. But if you would be so kind as to test something out for me. A log of your saved progress may exist somewhere on your machine. Maybe even in the same location as this journal you're reading now. If this saved progress log takes the form of a file, perhaps you can manipulate it. Try removing it from its current location. Even a simple deletion will do. Again, I apologize for not knowing the extent of your powers. If what I described confuses you, I'm very sorry. Okay. That tells me do not open the game without moving the save first. I'm not going to delete the save. I'm going to move it out of the folder. So you all won't be able to see this. I'm going to open a file manager really quick. And I'm going to move the save, if there is one. There's a readme. Is there a save file for me to move? Let's look in the data folder. There are maps, items, actors, animations, lots of maps. Like 300 or more maps. Scripts, skills, states, system, tile steps, troops, weapons, cross scripts. There are credits. There is a readme. Is there... There's a wallpaper. There's a file called saveunix.png. There is also a file called savewindows32.bitmap. I'm going to click on that bitmap file real quick. This is not okay. Is it telling you to delete your save data so the game restarts? It's a really clever ending for the game. Perhaps it means to take out the whole data file. Yeah, it suggested a simple deletion. Let me show you the thing that was just in the save.bitmap. Image. Read the readme? Definitely I will, eventually. Where is this? In app data, roaming, OneShot. There are some folders missing there for my own health and safety. Okay. App data, roaming. This one, and then apps, right? Yeah. This is wild. This is like the thing we're doing right now, poking through file directories to find stuff. This is what I was expecting. Thanks for being so interactive and replying to chat. I do my best. This is in wallpaper. So this is what comes up when I look at the save. It says this is not over. Regardless of what the entity told you, there is more to the story. Documents /mygames /OneShot. Look for the Clover symbol. Once it is active, please relaunch the game. See you soon. Okay. So, let's... Oop, I almost sat on Magnus there. I'm sorry, sir. I didn't see you. I was very zoned in. Okay, so let's go where it told us to. Let's go to Documents. Which, it makes me a little nervous that it's poking around in my Documents folder, but that's an old concern. You know, there used to be games that, oh yeah, we'll just delete the root directory that, the directory that the game's installed in, and then it, deleted everything on your C drive if it wasn't in a folder. So, OneShot, the Clover, there it is, saveprogress.oneshot. And there's a readme.txt. I'm going to read the readme first. What's this say? These are the literal readmes about, like, the game. However, if you are very paranoid or sensitive to depictions of eyes or darkness, please proceed with caution. That would have been a nice thing to have out front of the first stream. Okay, so I'm going to take this saveprogress.oneshot file and move it up one folder. And then I'm going to click the underscores.exe again to see if the author has anything to say. Do you have anything to say? It's just a Clover. But it said when it is active, try again. So I've moved the save. Let's run oneshot.exe. Whoa. The lighted room showed up again. I don't know if you all could see that, but the room showed up in its well-lit form that we saw at the very tail end there. Let's try it again without the journal open, maybe? Oh, the game starts up like we didn't do anything. Hopefully it'll let you see it here in a minute. There it goes. What happens if I hit start? Start. What happens? Oh! Dedicated to our beloved friend Felix the Judge, Aaron Mullins. We miss you. Oh. That feels fun. Nico! Hi, buddy! Uh-oh. No! Did I... No! No! This is why I didn't want to open the game! No, he's back, buddy! But the sun's gone. It might not be the same Nico. Hello? Glacier? No, it's the same Nico. He knows who I am. Wait, why did I say that word? He doesn't know who I am, but he does, but he doesn't. Glacier. Why does that sound so familiar? No. No, we didn't just do this to him. We didn't just do this to him again. Buddy. Oh. The password hint is in the documents like it was before. Okay. Documents. Let me look at my documents. OneShot password 1.png, password 2.png, password 3.png, and password 4.png. Oh, okay, these are journal pages. Let me show them to you, one after the other here. Library, you are directly in the way. Sorry, I'm gonna be a little monkey about certain things because I'm just like, you know. Okay, so we need to go to my documents. Password 1.png looks like this. This is not over. Nope, that's the wrong image. It looks like you were able to remove the restriction. In that case, you are ready to continue. The necessary preparations are already in place. This session might run a very different course depending on your actions. If you can recognize my symbol, you will know what to do. I confess, it will be risky. The probability that the entity's condition will worsen is quite high. If that happens, then... Okay, so clearly the first two letters of the password are S and O. Let me change this to the next image. Look at me, asking you for favors only to become so apprehensive once you agreed. The third letter is L, S-O-L. I understand if you wish to leave some questions unanswered. The fourth letter is S. I understand if you do not believe in a happy resolution. I understand if you are simply afraid of what might happen. Because I am afraid too. I am afraid. I am afraid of what this will do to Nico. So the password so far is SOLS. I'll be putting it in chat once we have all the letters. I'm very nervous about what this will do to poor Nico. Here's the next page. If you enjoy the world as it is, if you are satisfied with the story as it is. If you really do not want to see anything changed, for better or for worse, the next letter is T, then pretend you never saw this. Next letter is I. Carry the session as you normally would. Do not use my journal for anything other than what you are already familiar with. This option will always remain for you, though. Please tell me the password is solstice, because that's what it looks like it's spelling to me. This is crazy. This is bonkers. Okay, the last section of password here, password 4. That's why I implore you to consider. The next letter is C. The Messiah. The world. My children. They all deserve their good ending. Thank you for listening. Goodbye. So the password is solstice. I've been a streamer since... It's been a long time. At least 5 years. I have a date written down here. Come to think. It is August 12th is when I first started this. I just need to pull up the year. My memory is not what it was once upon a time. I've been streaming since, I've been creating content since 2015. Actively creating content. I've been streaming off and on, pretty close to that. So I've been a streamer for 7 years now. It's been 7 years already. Yeah, Dang is right. I agree with you, Raider. See, if this were just as... If I only had the information... Excuse me, library. Excuse me. If I only had the information... You're really good. I'm surprised you don't have a bigger following. I appreciate that. You, the viewer... I'm speaking to the viewer at large now. You, the viewer, have the power to gain me the following you feel I deserve if you want to share me around. Feel free. I try very hard not to focus on the numbers, personally. It doesn't always work, but, you know, sometimes. Sometimes I get bound up about them. What was I saying before we got on this topic? Okay, if I only had the information the author did and just knew that we had a good end, I absolutely would just close the game and that would be it and we're done. If I had just looked at those files without opening the game, I would close the game and I'd be done and I'd say, okay, good end. Unresolved, unclear, good end. But we saw Nico wake up. We saw Nico remember me for just a moment. We have to see this through. And I think what the author was implying there was to have the Clover his journal, let's say, open at all times to let us see things that the entity maybe perhaps hid from us at another time. So I will open the journal and we'll see what happens. I will leave it hidden on the capture so you all can see the screen. But, okay, let's type solstice and see what happens. S-O-L-S-T-I-C-E, solstice. Access granted. Nothing has changed. I will open the journal window when something changes. Promise. Access granted. Ding. Da-da-da. Okay. You found me. Okay. Why? You're already too late. Not much of the world remains. This will be apparent once you go outside. This place was never worth saving. You still want to try? Of course I want to try. We've tried once and it almost worked. Then remember this. Your actions here will affect Nico. Your mission is to help Nico leave. Is this the same as last time? And most importantly... No, this doesn't feel right at all. Hang on, before we get too far into this. I think it's good that you're not wrapped up in the numbers. The amount of viewers you get doesn't define you. You're very good at what you do, and the people who watch you enjoy you very much. You should try to take comfort in that. I really appreciate that. I have a quote-unquote small following, but I've received a few very heartfelt messages about, especially paper cuts where I'm reading books aloud. I've received a few very heartfelt messages about that, and those, I take those to heart more than anything. That I know I'm helping someone out there. And the knowledge that I am helping someone out there and enjoying what I'm doing is enough. Stream for yourself. If people like it, they come. Don't pander. Exactly. I do not have a very large audience to pander to, and yet I still occasionally find myself walking that line of, do I play into the hands of something to try and get more eyeballs for the sake of eyeballs? I could talk about this all night. Let's stay on target here about Nico and OneShot. Perhaps we can discuss this in a little more depth in the Discord, let's say, if we are that inclined. But I really, really appreciate your heartfelt words here, Raider. I will be probably screenshotting them and keeping them around. It's always nice to hear good words. Anyway, the computer has said, no, this doesn't feel right at all. Have we already been through this glacier? How do you know? That should be impossible. You only had one shot. I wasn't supposed to exist after that. Yeah, well... Nico hears the sound of a door unlocking. Glacier? That sounds so familiar. Prints them out, makes a poster. It do be like that sometimes. I think that's very nice of you, as well as since a lot of people either don't have access to the books, education, or an ability for other reasons to read the books for themselves. I think it's very nice that you do that. Also, it's a very interesting game. This game is fascinating. Also, if you like the sound of paper cuts, Raider, tune in on Friday. We read books aloud for several hours, long enough that I take an intermission in the middle. If you have even had the faintest inkling of, oh man, I might like an audiobook, drop by for paper cuts. I think you'll like it. Anyway, Nico has a passing familiarity with us. Oh, buddy, Nico. Oh yeah, there is a paper cuts command. Thank you, Kariki. Yeah, it's a podcast. We also stream it live every Friday night. So there's a door that unlocked. Hello? Anyone? Wasn't there was a locked door in this house. Ow, Magnus. Buddy, can you not stab me? I know, I'm sitting right in front of you. I'm being so mean. Let me scooch over so I'm not sitting over you. How's that sound? Oh, that's no better. You're licking my elbow. Anyway, this is Magnus, by the way. He is one of the delightful co-hosts of this fine program. I don't know if you can see him in his very tiny blep right now, but he had his tongue out the very slightest amount. Library, you are like perfectly posed to be the slightest amount in the way. Buddy, I need you to not stab me, okay? I know you are very pointy and you're in a very silly, goofy mood. Oh, look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at what a silly, goofy mood he is in. I forgot this bot had quote abilities. Could you not stab me? That's a good one. What's the other quote? I'm not blue. Okay, sure. That's a good one. My dog likes to be exactly in the way. Pets are very good at being exactly in the way. Show up if you're available. You're on the break for this weekend, for this Thanksgiving, but most weeks you have school from 7:30 to 3:15, and most extracurriculars most days. I try to aim the paper cut stream to not be in the middle of people's days. 8 o'clock my time, usually, for paper cuts. There's a door that unlocked, so can we just go here? Oh, wait. If a door unlocked, why can't I go this way? Maybe that's the door we had to find the key for. Was there another door somewhere that was locked? Huh. Maybe we do need to go into the bathroom? Who knows? I may post a picture of how perfectly in the way library is right now. Wait a minute. Whoa, there's a second one. There's another Nico. Is that supposed to be there, or is that a quirk of things? Is that a quirk of how the mirror? A pair of luminous yellow eyes stares back at Nico. Thank you. The tub won't run. There's no water in the toilet. A withered plant sits here, stiff and dry. A branch snaps on. We will need that, but first of all... The journal! What if we use the journal? Either buggy mirror or its secret is leaking. Maybe. Can we use the journal on things to see? I wonder... There's no need to do anything else to the plant. Okay. There's no water in the toilet. I'm wondering if now we have the strange journal, what if we use the strange journal on the right thing, will the author's journal window do something? Is what I'm curious about. Nico just woke up from this bed. Yes. It won't turn on. Yeah, you're right. There was... We also could try to break the mirror. Nico might come out. I don't think we... Do we have anything we could break the mirror with? I mean, I guess we have the little stick. Like, my instinct is that's there to make the mirror work, but like, who knows? We cannot combine the dry branch with the journal. Nico readies the branch, but it doesn't manage to light. Okay, so now we need to find gunk. Inside the refrigerator is a bottle of alcohol. Nico takes it. So then we soak the dry branch in the alcohol, and then we can light the fire in the fireplace, and maybe that'll help us here. Nico readies the branch. Oh! We gotta go, Nico. We gotta light the fire. There we go. Flames are dim, but comforting. I feel like the journal... I feel like having the journal this long means something. Something on the ground glimmers in the firelight. It appears to be a small metallic object wedged into a crack on the floor. Nico digs it out. So we now have the basement key. What if we use the journal on the basement door first? We cannot. So we need the basement key. I feel like the journal, like, I don't really know if breaking the mirror would make sense with the mechanics of this game, though. I haven't been watching previous streams. That's entirely fair.
Okay, so we use the key on the basement door. We cannot. So then was the basement door over here? I don't remember. Oh yeah, it was. Again, I'm keeping one eye on the journal window. Because I feel like we can use the journal to get information now. So this is where we did walk through something like this last time. It's just opening the door to the tower on the left is what changed at the end. So we find the light bulb. Nico picks it up, and it lights up. A large light bulb, it's the sun. So now we have the sun. So can we talk our way into that large door now? Or do we still need... We can't open that, can we? Oh, that's where we put the light bulb. Okay, the light bulb lights up. And now we're here. But a door unlocked. A door unlocked, and we didn't see it. We heard it unlock off screen. The journal would have said something, right? I don't know. Okay, let's just hold the strange journal. There's the broken computer terminal. I feel like I'm missing something. Nico walks into the Barrens and sees the tower extending in the distance. Could you use the light from the light bulb to read the journal? I didn't catch what the problem preventing the reading of the journal was. So, the journal is in a strange language that Nico cannot read, but we the viewer, we the player, can read the journal by the little window that looks like this when it is open. But it is not currently open. It is also the wrong size. So let me fix that real quick. And I tried combining the light bulb and the journal, and it said those can't be combined. So we'll just hold the journal and keep walking. And I will keep one eye on the journal window forever. Huh. Maybe we're not done with OneShot. I thought we were done with OneShot. I thought it was leading up to like a coherent ending. But it's got a whole second act. Ah! That light bulb. You are here. Me? Yes. Welcome to our world, friend. I am most humbled by your presence. Yes. Oh, thanks. Sorry. I'm a little lost. Oh, right. Allow me to explain some things. May I first ask how you arrived here? I'm not sure. I woke up in this weird house. It was really dark. Oh, so you woke up in an unfamiliar, dark location. Mm-hmm. Just as my prophecy foretold, yes. You are the savior we have been waiting for. You will be the one to save our world from eternal darkness. I will now provide you with vital information. Please ask me anything. Oh, well, can you tell me about... Tell me about Glacier. That wasn't there before. And we're also going to ask about going home, because that wasn't there before either, I don't think. Well, going home might have been there, but he definitely didn't. When I woke up in that house, for some reason I called out a name. Glacier. I'm not sure why I did that, but then I saw it on a computer too. That would be our god. Oh, don't call me that.
Oh, right. I feel like I remember something about that.
You do. But wait, did you not just arrive here? I was the one who was supposed to inform you of that. So, how did you know?
It just made sense, I guess.
Have you already contacted Glacier then?
Nope. I just have to close my eyes and focus, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Glacier? God?
Don't call me that, no.
This is gonna sound weird, but have we met before?
Yes, we have, little guy.
Oh, but I don't know who you are, though. It's just a weird feeling that I have. Oh, I bet I'm just being silly, aren't I?
No. I tried to send you home and it didn't stick. I'm sorry.
But it's nice to meet you. My name is Nico.
Nico, I know. Little Nico, I'm sorry.
I just contacted Glacier.
Do not be afraid to ask Glacier for assistance. You are the Messiah, after all.
Can you tell me about...
Going home?
Oh, I don't mean to be rude, but I'm not sure about this. I still don't know how I got here. I was just with my mama a few hours ago, but now it feels like I'm in a bad dream.
You are in a bad dream.
I just want to go home.
Your mission is to save our world. Just as my mission is to tell you about our world. I am unable to help you beyond my programming. I am sorry.
Oh, can you tell me about the light bulb? I found him in the house I woke up in.
Within your hands is our new sun.
Your son?
Yes, years ago, our previous sun sat atop that tower and spilled its life onto the land. But one day, the light went out.
Oh,
The world is still hanging on by a thread. The surface of this world is abundant with an element called phosphor. Fortunately for us, this element stored light energy from our previous sun. It is now our only source of illumination, but its energy is finite. When the last of the light dies, our world will too.
oh,
But now that you are here with the new sun, all is well. You will need to restore it to the tower.
that looks pretty far off.
Yes, so begins your pilgrimage. Also, the sun is fragile. Be careful. If the sun shatters, the world will end in an instant.
Oh, can you tell me about this world? I'm not sure where I am exactly. I can't see too far off, everything's so dark.
Our world was not always this dim, nor was it so broken. But time waits for nobody, not even saviors. The world is divided into 3 regions. You're on the fringe right now, the Barrens. That tower you see in the distance once held the sun.
Oh, so that's what that tall thing was.
As you go further toward the center, you will cross the other regions. There should be a map still in this outpost somewhere.
Ooh. I think that's all I have to ask for now.
Excellent. I wish you luck.
It won't turn on.
Self-charging solar battery, 1-year warranty included. Simply place your self-charging battery in full daylight with the lens facing up. Charges in seconds. No external power is needed. Troubleshooting manual. If the battery fails to charge, check to see if the lens on the front side has not been dislodged during transport. 1 charge cycle will last about 10 days. If you notice a decline in the charge cycle within the warranty period, please contact the manufacturer. We don't have a lens.
This box looks interesting. I wish I had something to pry it open with.
That's the battery. So now I assume. Yeah, we already read this. So now do we just speed run through everything? I hope Nico gets sleepy because I kinda need to call it for the night. Where was the lens? I know we made a crowbar with the machine after after we turn on the generator. But where was the lens? Okay. So we're now here. I feel like some of these, that's the one that's like, you need gas masks. I feel like some of these, like, dead ends, like, might mean something when we get the generator EXE to walk, or to come up. Oh no, what was the code? Oh, it started with a 4. I don't remember. Oh, what was the code? Oh no. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I am kind of out of time. I want to keep going with this, but I think we're gonna need to hold it off until next week. I was hoping I could really quickly get to a point where Nico is tired, but like the whole Barrens.
Glacier, there's something in the air here. It hurts to breathe.
I'm sorry, little guy. We did this a long time ago. I'm sorry, I didn't remember. Like, he gets through a good chunk of the Barrens before he gets sleepy, and I don't think I should. Okay, that guy will turn on later. I don't think I should try to push that. I think we are over time currently. So I'm gonna call it a night, and hopefully we don't lose our place with Nico here. Oh wait, Silver, the light bulb. So are you the Messiah?
That's what I've been told.
I expected someone taller, or at least someone who doesn't look like a kitten. That's what you are, right? Some sort of cat?
Nuh-uh. I'm a person.
You got the eyes of a cat.
But cats walk on 4 legs.
Well, either way, a child like you being the Messiah just doesn't feel right.
That robot back there says there's no mistake.
I know. It's gonna sound cold, but I honestly think you're better off just leaving and letting the world die naturally. The world has been falling apart for a long time. It's a matter of decay, it's highly improbable the sun can fix it. You've already seen how bad it can get, right?
We haven't seen much of anything, actually. Can't really just leave.
No, you just got here? You must be headed toward the tower.
Mm-hmm. It's where I'm supposed to put the light bulb, or the sun, I guess.
Yes, at the very top. But we know that the tower contains a force that nobody can comprehend. The power is strongest at the summit. Maybe it'll send you back home after you complete your mission.
Oh!
Don't take my word for it, though. Step, step. Okay, oh, the lens.
Something's poking out from the shelf.
It's a screwdriver. You can take it if you want. It may help you.
Are you sure?
Yes, I have many.
Thank you.
And then we use the screwdriver on something to get the lens. Please do not touch that.
Oh! Sorry, I got curious. What is it?
Backup power cell. It keeps me functional. The main generator for the Barrens ran out of power some time ago. Couldn't even last a week without the sun.
I'm sorry to hear that.
All we can do now is make use of the light we have. So we went and used the screwdriver to pry the lens out of something. Like I said, I'm gonna call it for the night. I'm gonna call it for the night, and we will pick up hopefully very close to where we left off, and we will dig into where and how we use the journal next week. Oh, there's a small window. Can you see the small window? You can see the small window. This action will record your progress in this world, says the little window. Good, I wanted it to. To return to this world again, you need to relaunch the application. Yes. Proceed? Yes. Magnus, buddy, stop stabbing me.
He's like, no. I am your union rep, and I say you're over time. Stop.
That's what he says. You're right, kitty. You're right. I should stop. We're going to call it a night here. We will be reading a book. I have a book. I'm sitting on it. I need to talk to the Codex Discord about it to make sure I'm not stepping on anybody's toes. If I do not message you all in the Codex Discord by Thursday night, remind me, and I will. I have a new thing I'm going to try, and I'm going to hope it sticks on for everybody because it'll save everyone a lot of legwork. But anyway, we're going to read a book, new book, on Friday for Paper Cuts that I'm very excited for. You will get little hints at it through the Discord. What else? We will be back next Tuesday for the OneShot journal arc, so to speak, and we will see how far we can go in OneShot. With that, this game really blows my mind open, man. It's wild. This is crazy. And now I will figure out a way to have the little journal on screen for everybody. Maybe I'll have it like slightly to the left or something. I'll figure something out before next week. But Friday at 8 is Paper Cuts, I promise. I know it's right after Thanksgiving and everybody might be like, oh, I can't make it. There's VODs for that. I'm catching up on VODs, by the way. There will be VODs very soon. I just have a few things to finish up. Anyway, this has been a really great night. This has been a really great game, and I can't wait to see what the second shot at OneShot looks like. Have a great weekend, everybody.